Dear Arnold, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I've tried it all, but my strengths keep falling. I made some gains back in autumn, but without your help, they're long forgotten. I know you hear this every day, but I'm your biggest fan. Raw eggs, 1,000 curls, I'll do it all. Please, I just need your muscle building plan. From Will. Love, Will. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the video. Got a new haircut? Still look like I'm 17. I know. Anywho, I have committed to a little bit of a mass gaining phase, which both my girlfriend and I are super excited about because that means I'll be doing a little bit more eating throughout this process. So throughout this video today, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna be doing diet and training wise going forward over the next couple of months, as well as my top tips and approaches to building muscle the right way. So one of the first things I do, well, the first thing I do when I get out of bed in the morning is weigh myself, and I weigh myself every single day to find my weekly average. So I don't like to do one-off weigh-ins because fluctuations happen, and you might stand on the scale one day and it might be really high, it might mess with you mentally. So I like to do it every single day, and it's a good way to kind of measure how fast you're actually gaining. So I'm 183 pounds, so my goal is 190 pounds. So for me, I want to gain like 1 to 2 pounds per month maximum. Anything more than that, like 1 pound per week, I know it's gonna be pretty much fat. So, you know, although I'm used to a short game, muscle building is a long process. Shit. Now back to the food. The one thing that you guys should know by now is fear, it does not exist in this kitchen. So just like Bill Nye, I'm always down to experiment. So these eggs are not for your average user. They pack a lot of punch. So I have 5 whole eggs scrambled here with a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin, a pinch of turmeric, and some salt. And then for the veggies, I got some red onion, garlic, a teaspoon of ginger, and a chili pepper. We're gonna put into the pan right now and start sauteing that up. And we're gonna save the tomato to add a little bit later. Also, we're gonna add some fresh cilantro, and then on the side, I've been really enjoying these Joseph's flax oat bran whole wheat wraps. So per wrap, you're only looking at 80 calories, 2.5 fat, 12 grams of carbs, and 7 grams of protein, and of course, on the side, a grapefruit. So eggs are going in, and now we're just gonna let it cook on a very low heat. So a lot of people actually ask me, how do you transition from a cut to a bulk? And that's a good question. A lot of people have their own kind of approach to it, and I believe that reverse dieting is a bunch of crap, especially adding like 5 grams of carbs and like 1 gram per fat a week. It's like, you know, you're prolonging the inevitable of just getting back to maintenance calories. You're just wasting your time. So in my opinion, right away, just add a couple hundred calories, add like 200 calories, and just wait there for a bit, see how you respond. So don't, you know, go right back to your old maintenance, because that's not your old maintenance anymore, because you're way less, you don't need as much food. So for me, I was dieting on 24 to 2,500 calories. Now I bumped it up to 27 to 28. I stayed there for a little bit, and I gained some weight, but it wasn't actual fat. It was just, you know, I was filling back out. So I stayed there for a bit, felt good, and now I'm on 3,000 calories. And I wanna stay there for as long as humanly possible, because when you're on a cut, you wanna eat the most amount that you possibly can and lose weight. But when you're on a bulk, you wanna eat the least amount that you possibly can and gain weight. Because if you're in too much of a surplus, you're just gonna get fat. So I'm gonna stay with those calories for as long as I can, and I'm only gonna increase them when I absolutely have to. And when I know I have to is when my gym performance starts to take a little bit of a dip, and I know that when I don't have the energy. So as long as you're giving your body enough energy to perform in the gym and progressively overload, you have enough food to build muscle. Okay, so it's just about done. We're gonna pull her off the heat, and then we're gonna fold in our cilantro, and the eggs are finished. This is gonna change the way that you guys look at the eggs. I promise you guys that. If you wake up to this every morning, you are gonna be in a good place. Gonna top it off with some Frank's Red Hot sauce with the chili, so it's gonna be a pretty spicy scramble right here. And we're gonna add it to our wrap. So this is like the one time where wrapping it up won't make it last longer. I can just devour this. And I tell you guys, if you try this, recipe will be in the description along with everything else I make for the entire day. Your life will be changed. Your mornings will be changed. It's just like at Chipotle, guys. You got a burrito bowl, you get a wrap on the side. You take this down, and you got a whole plate, you know? It just erupts with so much flavor in your mouth. The burrito's just like, shut up, Will, and put me back in. On the side, the best fruit on the planet, grapefruit. Fits with any dish, close your eyes, it could be anyone and anything. I find it so refreshing. I love to have it for the pre-workout meal because this is gonna be the pre-workout meal, and I'm gonna tell you guys my whole entire new routine that will also be in the description. You want one, Patrick?
No.
You sure?
Yeah. I don't know what's been done to it.
Breakfast disappeared without a trace, and I'll see you guys at the gym. So my new split is a 5-day split. We're going upper, lower, off, and then push, pull, legs. So the upper and lower day is a strength focus on the squat and the bench press. So I'm gonna be incorporating top sets in and then back off sets. And then the push, pull, legs days are like a little bit more bodybuilding style. So since I've worked out with Fuad and Sebum, I've been inspired to really like up the intensity in my workouts and start incorporating some of those techniques that they use, like partials, clusters, you know, extended sets to really up that intensity and just see how I respond. So today we have the lower body day. So I have a top set of 5 on squats, hoping to hit 370 pounds, and we'll see what happens. So I just got 370 for 5. A bit slow, but I'm happy with that. But I get asked actually quite often, how do I stay motivated? And what I tell a lot of people is, don't look for motivation, find your why. And when you find your why, nothing's gonna get in the way of you and your goals. And it's not easy, but anything in this life worth having, you gotta earn it. So trust your process, always know it's a privilege to be in the gym, always know that there are so many people out there who are dreaming about the things that you take for granted. So never give up and just know that good things take time. So we're gonna back the weight down to 330 pounds, 3 sets, 8 to 10 reps. All right guys, so the next thing we are gonna do is some Bulgarian split squat. So I like to do only 1 dumbbell instead of 2. Feel free to use both if you want to. I just like it better that way. It feels more comfortable for me. And I use straps because I really just want to focus on the leg and not so much on my forearm strength right now. So if you guys have trouble balancing when you do these, especially with 1 dumbbell, a quick little tip, just add your pinky, or sorry, add one of your fingers to your belly button while you do it, and you won't tip over. Just try it out, it works. Okay, so on to the last thing for the legs. We're gonna do some leg extensions right now. So we're gonna do a cluster set, so it's 1 prolonged set. So the first big part of the set is 12 to 15 reps. So pick a weight where you're gonna fail around the 15 rep mark, and then you're gonna rest 5 deep breaths, and then bang out another 5 reps. Repeat that process until you can't bang out 5 reps anymore. And then the last set, we're gonna do a bunch of partials, completely burn out the quads, and then we're gonna do some arms. So I know I said today is a lower body day, but you know, arms are the legs of the upper body, and then we're gonna do a little bit of calves. I'm doing calves now. Change man. Okay, so the last movement of the day, we're gonna do the standing calf raise, 3 sets to absolute failure. And once you hit failure, you're gonna do partials of the top half of the motion. Keep on popping them out until your calves start to scream. 3 sets of those, and then we're done for the day. Workout is a wrap. Felt really good. Crazy how just a couple hundred calories extra in your diet can increase your performance by so much. So like I said, the workout will be in the description. Take what you want from it, but now let's get on with the day. Okay, so after the gym, I went to the grocery store and picked up some of the staple foods in my diet going forward. So you will notice that this table is very similar to my cutting diet video because my food choices don't change. Because when you're on a lean gaining phase, you're only really adding like 200 additional calories, which is not a lot. It's like a protein bar. So don't think because you're trying to build muscle, it's free reign, you can just go hit at McDonald's and a bunch of stuff. It's not that many calories, less than you think. So I kind of split it up here with proteins, carbs, and fats. I'm gonna take you guys through kind of what my staples are. So we got the Greek yogurt, obviously, egg whites, ricotta cheese. I love this stuff. Cottage cheese, which I mix with my Greek yogurt for a great snack. We got some ground chicken, some turkey sausages, some rotisserie chicken, my second favorite thing to spit roast. And then when I'm feeling like not having too much meat, got some white kidney beans. And then for the vegetables, always the same kind of stuff. We got some cabbage, we got some salsa, great for spicing up any room in the house. We got some grapefruit, we got some zucchini, because you can't just go from banana to cucumber, guys, just baby steps. And then of course some rice cauliflower. And then for like the main carbs, you got my more of those flax wraps, rice cakes, cashew milk, aka the Johnny Sin, the best milk nut in the industry. And then I've been starting to enjoy this lately. Katie introduced me to Weetabix. Awesome snack. So for 2 of those little brick things, it's 130 calories. So I kind of do that with some cashew milk and the cottage cheese and Greek yogurt. Perfect snack. So that is that. Gonna put this away and then make meal number 2. All right guys, so meal number 2, we got ourselves an Iron Way meal right here. So I got some barbecue 5-spice meatloaf with some mashed potatoes, some green beans, and some spinach on the side. So these people saved my life, to be honest, because I'm usually pretty busy during the day, so I usually just heat one of these up. So it is 421 calories, 32 grams of protein, 26 carbs, and 22 grams of fat. So a little bit low on calories for me, so I'm actually just gonna add 5 ounces of the rotisserie chicken I just bought to the meal right here, which brings the total up to 650 calories for the meal. So this is meal number 2. I'm actually gonna go sit on the deck for the first time of the year and enjoy this meal and get on with the day. What am I gonna open the golf course? So a couple hours have gone by since meal number 2. It's almost 4 o'clock right now, just watching some C-Bomb right now, the Olympia behind the scenes stuff while I'm doing some work. So this is like one of my go-to snacks before dinner tonight. So I have 220 calories worth of Greek yogurt, so it's 2 servings, and then 1 serving of the Weetabix with some cashew milk. So I really like this stuff. I've never had it until like literally a week ago. It gives you a nice little gentle crunch, like an easy lover, you know? Life needs a little bit of a crunch, you know? Well, I have been liking spacing my meals out more evenly throughout the day, as opposed to what I used to do, where I kind of like, you know, hoard calories for later on in the day, and then I would go to bed feeling disgusting. And I liked that feeling, but at the same time, I was like super bloated and gassy at night, and just like the guar gum, I just felt disgusting. So I've noticed kind of spacing it out throughout the day a little bit more evenly. My workouts are better. I have less cravings at nighttime. It's just all around better. So calories for this meal will be on the screen right now, around 360 calories. I'm gonna continue to do some work. So since the weather is nice, the minimum step threshold has gone up from 10,000 to 12,500 per day. So I know it's very common when people are bulking. I hate that word. I hate bulking. People think that you can't do cardio. Like cardio is that Spanish, you know, you gotta buy a Segway because you can't get any steps because you're gonna be burning calories and you're gonna go catabolic and you're just gonna lose all your gains. But no guys. So, you know, no matter what your goals are, year-round cardio is super important because this thing right here is the most important thing in your body. All right, everybody, we are back and time to make some dinner. So I'm making dinner for Katie and I for tonight. And we have 5 of the turkey sausages I bought today on the pan right now. So I'm gonna personally take 3 down. Is that a PR? Kitchen PR, that's a kitchen PR for sure. And then in this pan right here, I have 4 cloves of garlic with 4 sage leaves that are just getting brown right now. And then what I'm gonna do right now is add 1/4 of a cup of some white wine. So I got this one with the bear on it with the eye patch. Reminds me a lot of myself. Some things are just hard to aim, you know? So to go in with 1/4 of a cup, deglaze the pan. That's good. So that means your food's gonna taste good. So we're gonna let this kind of cook down for around 3 minutes. It's gonna lose all the alcohol. And then what we're gonna do is add in 2 cans of cannellini beans. So I love cannellini beans. I love them thick, I love them round. And then we're also gonna add in some San Marzano canned tomatoes. So, Will, can you use non-San Marzano tomatoes? No. You really cannot go wrong with something like this. It is delicious, it's nutritious, high in protein, good carbs, good fat. So Katie will be over soon and we're gonna have this for dinner. I'm gonna have around like 900 to 1,000 calories worth of this right here. I don't know exactly to the T how much I'm gonna be eating because I didn't weigh everything out, but I kind of have a good idea. And it kind of leads me to my point that, you know, just because you have a fitness goal, fat loss, muscle building, you guys can still go out to eat. Just make good choices, be conscious with what you're picking. And as long as you're kind of like, in a way, kind of guessing the calories, you're way ahead of the game and it's gonna be okay. So just always make sure to have some balance in your life. Go out with your friends and family, have some fun, go out to eat, and just be realistic and know what you're tracking. We are gonna be constructing a symphony tonight in bed, aren't we? With all these beans.
Oh, huh.
Oh, I got one. You know what they say about couples that eat beans together? They go Dutch on more than just the bill.
It's really good.
Yeah, what do you think? Out of 10?
I was really excited about the sausage.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really good.
Sausage never disappoints.
So they were sage turkey sausages?
No, I put fresh sage in.
Oh.
Yeah. Come on, appreciate my work.
You're actually really
You gonna just strew together beans and tomato sauce? Because that's technically what I did. That dish disappeared without a trace.
Mm.
Delicious, try it out, recipe in the description. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I had bubble tea for the first time in that last video I did, that changed my life, similar to when I discovered Promiset for the first time. So, bubble tea is expensive. I could definitely not afford to have it every single day. It's more expensive than like Starbucks, isn't it?
I think it's on par.
It's on par? Yeah, it's on par. There's no way I'm having that every single day. So Katie was actually like, she had the brains going. She's like, how about you make an anabolic bubble tea? And I was like, this is why I date you, you know? So we actually went to the closest Asian market and we picked up some tapioca balls right here. And all you have to do is just simmer them on the stove for like 30 minutes and then cover it and let it sit for 10 minutes, put in an ice bath. And then you end up with these. So I actually got roasted on Instagram saying that these are not cooked, but they're actually cooked. They are soft. So I don't know what's up. I do not know why they are not turning black. But so those are the tapioca balls. And then we are gonna add some of this chai tea latte sugar-free stuff that I found. It is actually 0 calories. It adds all the flavor. It's pretty much just a concentrated tea. And then inside here I have 300 grams of cashew milk mixed with 1 scoop of Blue Star Shake One. As always, 10/10 for 10% off on anything Blue Star in my description. So 1 scoop is 170 calories. So we actually made a bunch of the pearls and we actually keep it in the fridge because we have this pretty much every single night. And then inside this we mixed a little bit of brown sugar swerve to make it a little bit sweet. So we are gonna put this together right now and that is my nightcap instead of anabolic ice cream because like I said earlier on in the day, the guar gum is just, it's killing my stomach. So good. Okay, so I am gonna wrap up the night with 2 rice cakes here, which will put my total calories and macros for the day at 2,980 calories, 283 grams of protein, 266 grams of carbs, and 87 grams of fat. A little short, but that's okay. You know, getting in shape is not hard. It's not rocket science. You know, you gotta train hard, train smart, you gotta eat right, and I know it's cheesy to say it, but you gotta have fun, you gotta be consistent. And you know, fitness is confusing to so many people because all these people in the fitness industry, all these companies want to confuse you, because if they don't confuse you, they're not gonna make any money, you know? So hopefully my videos show you guys that it's not that hard, it's not that serious, and it's kind of fun, you know? So never give up on your goals, and you know, if you ask me, you know, many years ago that I would have just got back from training with Mr. Olympia, I don't even know what I would have said. But literally when I got home that weekend, I was emotional. I got emotional. I started to actually cry because it put into perspective a lot of things and a lot of my accomplishments. And I know it's very important to acknowledge what you've done. If you've lost 5 pounds, if you lost even 1 pound, if you gained some muscle, acknowledge that shit. Don't just look at the end goal. You know, acknowledge what you've done along the way. You know, I was just so happy to be there. It was an honor to be there. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to do what I do every single day. So, you know, if you have a goal, it might seem out of reach, it might seem unattainable, but you just gotta keep on going, never give up, because you never really know, and the only way to find out is if you don't stop, so go out and earn it. So I'm gonna wrap up the video here. If you guys enjoyed it, please give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.